record on this computer. Boom.
Progress.
So we're going to have in 4 years, I'm sorry, every 4 years, this Bitcoin halving. And in April 2024 is when we will have this next Bitcoin halving, where it's going to now literally, like I said, allow Bitcoin to hit levels that it never has before. So I'm gonna transition to now back over here. This is one of the main things that you guys want to notice. And we'll start to look at other projects as well. And just pay attention to how, again, Bitcoin only has 21 million, a short supply. So that allows it to be a lot more successful. Now, over here, we have a lot of information. Everybody needs to understand that every crypto has its own website, has a white paper. White paper is pretty much every single detail about this crypto. Like the first thing that comes out, that's pretty much what the white paper is. I'll show you guys it. It's gonna show you what wallets are gonna allow you to hold Bitcoin. It's gonna show you now what transactions are happening. So now one thing with crypto family is that every single transaction will be tracked. Every transaction through Bitcoin, you can click this website right here, Blockshare, and you could actually put in wallet addresses and see how much Bitcoin that wallet has, see what transactions they have made. Every transaction gets put into the blockchain, and that information is available for every single person. So that is something that you also want to be aware about. And it has its pros and cons. One of the pros, for example, there was a scam where somebody was trying to steal $20 million in Ethereum, and they saw one of the transactions through the Etherscan. So things like that could be beneficial, but this is going to give you all the information as well as the community. Every single project has a community behind it, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, Discord. That's a big one. So now let's take a quick look at Bitcoin's official website. This is Bitcoin's website right here. Every website for these cryptos are going to pretty much break down what the actual crypto is, what you can do with it, how you can join their community. We see that Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer transactions, is meant for worldwide payments, low processing fees. Family, I was watching a video today about crypto, and it was mentioning how, let's say if you wanted to take a flight across the country, or to a different country, or just a flight in general, and let's say you were trying to travel with $100,000 in gold, in physical gold. Drop a yes or no in the chat if you think the TSA security is gonna let you pass. Yes or no in the chat. If you're trying to pass TSA security with $100,000 in gold, yes or no, are they gonna let you through security? No, no. Big bag. Yeah, they're not letting you through. Okay, now if you are going through TSA with $100,000 in your bank account, and you are trying to now send that $100,000 immediately to somebody or withdraw it at the airport, yes or no in the chat, do you think you will be able to do it? If you are going onto your bank account, want to withdraw $100,000 from your bank at that specific moment in the airport, do you think you'll be able to do it? No, you won't be able to. Your bank will not allow you to do that. But now, if I have $100,000 in my Bitcoin wallet, I can now easily travel past TSA, and I can now actually, let's say if I wanted to send that to my brother Andy, I can transfer $100,000 in Bitcoin to Andy, and it will now hit his wallet before I get onto my plane. That is one of the benefits of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And now you can make peer-to-peer transactions with nobody in the middle. You're not going through a bank. You're not going through a creditor. You're not going through anybody else. It's you and that other wallet that you are sending your cryptocurrency to. You can make worldwide payments. I can send crypto all the way across the world to somebody, and they're still going to get it in a good amount of time. Low processing fees, that's another thing. Banks are gonna hit you crazy with fees. Yes, there are fees with Bitcoin, but it's a lot less. So those are some of the benefits of cryptocurrency, of keeping your money in Bitcoin, and things like that, and just cryptocurrency in general. So I want to do go over a few other projects. Last thing that we'll cover in general here is that if you scroll down, This will now show you now the price statistics. The most important thing that you guys want to look at is the all-time high and the all-time low. Andy as well, he asked, hey, what is one of the good things that you look at before investing to a project? Before I make any investment, I want to know what type of return will I be getting if it did hit all-time high. You guys also want to know that it's not guaranteed that price will hit all-time highs again for Bitcoin. I personally think it will, but I like to look at that. So for example, if we invested into Bitcoin right now, $37,000, we would need it to now hit about 70 something thousand for us to double our investment. So that is something for me to be aware of. If you have less than $1,000 to play with, I'm gonna be transparent and tell you you do not want to hold Bitcoin in your portfolio. I'm gonna give you a lot of great projects in a little bit that you can invest into and see returns. But Bitcoin is going to be more for my larger investors. If you have multiple five figures, 50K, 60K, if you have over $100,000 to invest, that's where I'm going to say, hey, make sure you have Bitcoin in your portfolio, because you need that level of security as far as just an asset long term. So if you scroll down a little bit more as well, it's going to tell you what exactly the crypto is. So it's going to give you all this information. What is Bitcoin? Who created it? How does it work? Everything that you really need to know about the cryptos family, it's going to be right underneath. And the last thing that it will show you is where you can start to buy these cryptos. So if you ever hear somebody mention a crypto, I don't want to say it, but on social media or just somebody told you about a crypto, you can now go ahead and research it on this website, get all the information. And if you decide, hey, I want to buy this crypto, look it right here, Coinbase Exchange, Kraken. If I click see all trading pairs, it's going to show me every single exchange that I can buy Bitcoin on. All these places I can buy Bitcoin. So that's how you're going to understand, okay, this is where I'm going to go to buy this crypto. How do you feel about transferring crypto profits to Bitcoin as a safety investment long term? Buy the others for short term high gains. That's a great question. And I'll answer it now, but I'm gonna give you guys some good game on taking profits at towards the end when I switch to the charts. But yes, so I personally, fam, have invested into crypto courses for about 2, 3 years straight. Right now I'm currently not because I just walked away with so much value, but I have invested for that much. And what I learned is that the whole point of the game is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. Write this down in your notes. We want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. There's only 21 million is the number one crypto in the world. We know this is going to be the play long term. So now what you want to do is, yes, you want to write out smaller altcoins for a short term gain. And then now when you're deciding, okay, I'm ready to take profit, yes, you could swap over to Bitcoin, keep your money in Bitcoin, and then when you see opportunity for something else, you could swap it back, get those quick gains in the alt, swap back to Bitcoin. I personally also do that process with using a stable coin. I'm going to break down a stable coin in a few. But yeah, basically to break down your question is yes, that's definitely a great thing to do to take profits and accumulate more Bitcoin long term. Everybody, of course, we would all want to. I would say we would all want one Bitcoin, but that's not a reality for most of us on the call. Transparently speaking, for myself, I don't even have one Bitcoin. But even if we could accumulate zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, that is enough. Zero point 0.1 Bitcoin right now would be about 3.7K instead of 37K. I know that's still probably a little bit too much for a few of us, but hey, if you could at least get 0.1 Bitcoin and hold that long term, hey, that's gonna be pretty good. But yeah, and that to answer your question, yeah. So a few projects that I'm invested into, we see there's a few other coins down here. The next thing I'll talk about is a stable coin. I already just had mentioned it. You guys see this third coin right here, Tether. So we have Tether as a top stable coin. We have USDC as a top stable coin. And then there is one more, I think that's up here, DAI, number 18. So now what a stable coin is, take notes on this as well, fam. A stablecoin is essentially now a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the US dollar in value. So now it's pegged to the US dollar and a cryptocurrency. meaning that now you can keep your money in a stable coin and it could be in your crypto wallet and the price is not fluctuating up and down. So if I put $1,000 in USDC right now, it is going to stay at $1,000. Now, some of the benefits of stablecoins, some of the things that you can personally do to get in position. So for example, let's say if you wanted to invest into Bitcoin, but right now you don't want to be buying because it's too high up. I would say, okay, throw your money into USDC, a stable coin. It's going to stay at the same value of the amount of money that you put in. When the price is ready for Bitcoin or for whatever crypto that you want to invest into, you would simply just go to your wallet and swap the USDC for Bitcoin, for that other crypto. You could simply swap them from one crypto to the other in your wallet. Now, some of the benefits of this is that I know that there's been times that there's been crashes in the markets and Bitcoin and Ethereum. And sometimes transactions on these exchanges will freeze up. They won't let you buy crypto when it's crashing, or they won't let you send out. So I like to have my money already in my wallet through a stable coin, and then I just swap it into a crypto that I want when it's ready. And you can also use that method to take profits. I'll go over it in a little bit more when I go over the charts because it'll make sense. But a USDC, a stable coin, is very, very crucial. Drop a one in the chat if you guys are following me, if that makes sense about a stable coin, and a little bit about what Ant asked. Drop a one in the chat if that makes sense. I'm gonna ask you guys this a few times just because I want to make sure that you guys are following along, you guys are with me. And just to let you guys know ahead of time, I might be here till about 10:30. I have just a lot of value to give you guys. And for anybody that stays on the call till the end and you apply the information, trust me, you're gonna see some good gains. So I want to show you guys another project that I'm invested into, and it's called Maker. Now, this search bar is very beneficial because if you have any crypto that you have heard of or you want to do research, you could just come over here and search up the crypto and then it'll pop up for you. Now, Maker, this is a project family that I have some pretty great gains on. Again, shout out to just investing into education. I'm going to show you guys some of the gains that I actually have gotten off this coin specifically. I'm going to drop it on my Telegram real quick to show you guys. All right, cool. I'm about to pull it up right now. All right, so you guys all should be able to see this. So this is an investment that I personally made on this crypto. I invested into it at 685. So where it says average buy price, this is the average entry that I have on this. You guys see I bought it March 21st. I purchased one of it. So I invested 685. Right now, I'm in profit 111%. Good 111 right there. I'm in profit 766. And that's a great investment, great opportunity. And it's all because again, I was in position at the right time. And this project is a really, really good project. So MakerDAO, you guys have already noticed the first thing is it has a max supply of 1 million. 1 million. Right now, the circulating supply, which means how much of these tokens are out, is 900,000, 901. So now, one thing that you also want to pay attention to, family, over here is TVL. This will not be for every single project. Now, MakerDAO, what this project actually is pretty much a bank for Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is one of the best cryptocurrencies out because it allows you to pretty much create apps, decentralized apps, and it allows you to really just do so much. Ethereum, how some people describe Bitcoin and Ethereum, you want to look at Bitcoin as digital gold and Ethereum as digital oil. What do we use more every single day? Gold or oil? We're using oil every single day. People are driving cars, people are doing different things. Oil is more important. And now Ethereum in the crypto market is literally working for so many other cryptos are working through Ethereum. Now MakerDAO This project family, one, the DAO part, DAO, what that is, the word is literally at the tip of my tongue. But what a DAO for crypto is now where a community could come together and they will now vote to how to improve the crypto project, how to pretty much vote for anything that's going on. So it's not like a dictatorship. It's not one person in charge or one team involved. The entire community actually is allowed to vote on this project. How you're able to vote, you have to be invested into this project. You have to own it. And it gives you voting rights to now improve this project. This project MakerDAO, they also created the stable coin DAI. And now another thing that they do is they allow you to borrow cryptocurrency. So some crypto projects like Maker, like Aave. I was going to show you guys Aave, but I'll just talk about it here with Maker. Aave is very known because it's a crypto that allows you to take out loans using your crypto as collateral. So now in the crypto market, family, there's basically banks, not even, it's like banks, but these crypto projects, they have money locked up inside of them. And now you could pretty much put up your Ethereum, your crypto as collateral and take out a loan using your collateral, and now you don't have to show your credit score. You don't have to show a W-2. You don't have to show your social security. All you're doing is putting your crypto as collateral. And now you're getting a loan off that crypto. That's kind of insane if you're getting what I'm putting down. Like in real life, we're used to, okay, if you want to get a loan, you need your credit score right, you need multiple things in order. But when it comes to crypto, you don't really need all that stuff. You really don't. So now what I'm getting at is right here, TVL. This project has $5.4 million locked into it, and the market cap is only 1.2 billion. So there's about almost 3, 4, 5x the amount locked up in this crypto than there actually is money invested into it. That goes to show me that there's a lot of people using this. There's a lot of people that have money invested into this. So the value, the use case is very high. Drop a one in the chat if you're understanding what I'm saying. This project has multiple signs that is a good project to invest into. We have a short supply. We have the team working on multiple things. We have the opportunity to vote for changes in the project. We see that there's a ton of money locked up into it. So that this shows me, okay, this was like I invested almost $700 to it for a reason, because it is a very good crypto asset. It is a very good asset. So we see even the all-time high is 6,300 almost. So for where it's at, 1,400, I bought at basically 700. I'm gonna be seeing a pretty decent return. Only because again, I was in position at the right time, the right place. So when you're investing into crypto, you have to have multiple signs that it is a good asset to invest into. Let's get into some quote unquote bad assets. Dogecoin 10 is number 10. There's a ton of money locked up into it. I'll be very transparent. I have made money on Shiba Inu, on Dogecoin. There's a ton of money to be made in meme projects, and I'm even going to tell you guys to invest a little bit of money into it because there is opportunities. I'm not going to lie to you. But as far as use case, family, there are people that won't use Dogecoin if it's the last thing they had to do. Like there's really no use case behind it. So now let's just get into even this aspect. The max supply is an infinity. Circulating supply, there's 141 billion Dogecoin already. So when certain projects, when they have a lot of supply, the demand isn't there. Dogecoin, if you scroll down, you read it, you do information on it, if you look at their website, like guys, be a meme. Like it's literally a meme. Like this is literally to make you laugh. Like it's literally that. So we could see the difference between okay, a good project and a bad project. If I go back to MakerDAO, their website. A better, smarter currency. DAI can be used by anyone, anywhere, anytime. The world's first unbiased currency. DAI is a stable, decentralized currency. You guys are going to see this word a lot in crypto. Now, the difference between centralized and decentralized. Decentralized is pretty much where now nobody is in control. Centralized, you want to think about banks. Banks are in control of your money in there. They're in full control. You cannot do anything about it. Decentralized, now you are fully in control. You're your own boss. You own your money fully. So you're gonna see that word pop out a lot. That's one of the reasons why Bitcoin again is one of the best assets, why people think Bitcoin is a good place to store your money because it is decentralized. You are not relying on anybody else. Nobody controls Bitcoin. So that is a huge thing. But I'm just getting at to say that doing this type of research, fam, is going to help you really understand, okay, a good project between a bad project. So Maker, that's a really good one. Let's go back to 24 hours, 7 days, real quick. I wanted to show you guys Aave too. So one thing as well, if anybody has real random crypto, drop it in the chat. I want to use this next example for random crypto. If anybody could think of just any crypto real quick, drop it into the chat box. We've got a few people on here, so if you could just think about any crypto real quick, let me know. And I'm gonna just do quick research on that one. If anybody has any projects that you guys are invested into or you wanna want me to look at, let me know in the chat box. You might be able to just do it like this. All right, so I'm gonna just do it like this. So let's say, for example, right here, Caspa. We see Caspa is up 26% today. This I'm gonna show you guys real quick. You could actually use ChatGPT to break down how to really understand these cryptos in a better form. Oh, Crow is actually a very good project. I have money invested into that, so I could cover Crow. So this is a currency I'm already invested into it, so I kind of already know about it. But what I was gonna tell you guys to do is, let's say, for example, this crypto. We see it's up 16% today. If you scroll down and you go to where what it actually is, you can now go ahead and pretty much copy this, take it to ChatGPT and say, hey, right? So I'm being a little dramatic with it, but you could tell it to literally break it down to you as if you were a 7-year old. And ChatGPT is now literally going to tell you what that crypto does in a very, very simple format. So that's another thing. So right now he's asking about crypto.com because the Lakers, if anybody watches basketball, the NBA Lakers about 2, 3 years ago, they actually signed a deal with crypto.com, the exchange, to get their arena changed to crypto.com arena. Like there's literally a crypto.com arena. The Miami Heat, they changed their logo or their arena to FTX Arena. So two crypto exchanges. That's how you guys know like crypto has had such an influence that sports arenas are putting it. There's another project called Tezos. MLB is partnered with them. Rappers doing crypto songs. Like crypto has such an influence that yes, it does get endorsements. It does do things like that. For future reference, I wouldn't say, hey, just because they did that deal with Staples, you want to buy in. You definitely want a little bit more than just that, but it is a good sign that okay, they have good partnerships. They are out there, they are popular for them to get the whole Lakers arena switched to crypto.com arena. You guys will probably start to notice it as you watch the Lakers game. But yeah, you could use ChatGPT to break down these cryptos to you in any form. whether it's understanding a specific crypto or understanding something in general with crypto. But Finn, that's how you're gonna go ahead and do your research. Now I'm gonna now transition to the charts with crypto. We're gonna talk about the charts and how to actually get started with investing. I'm gonna talk about how to get started with investing first, and then we'll go into charts just in case anybody on this call does have to get going in the next few minutes. So this is step by step what you want to do when investing into crypto. Like the actual step that you guys want to take. So if you want to take a picture of this or write it down, actually you could drop it in the chat for you guys. So step one is to create an account with Proton Mail. What is Proton Mail? Proton Mail is a cryptocurrency based email that's now it's the number one security email for you to do. It allows you to keep all your conversations private. You could get keys with it. It's very, very important. Now, the reason that you guys want to do this, why you want to go the extra mile of getting an encrypted email, because with cryptocurrency being the next big asset, with there being so much money involved, family, there's so many scammers in the world. Like everyone on this call has probably been through some scenario where a scammer has tried to scam them. And with crypto, sadly, there are scammers. There are scenarios where it can be too shady. You can lose your investments, you can lose your money. So you have to do this the right way. And you have to go through calls like this or education like this so that you make sure, okay, I'm putting my money in something and it's safe. I've had thousands of dollars invested into crypto the last 4 years and had so much trust that okay, if anything goes wrong, I have money that I own and I can take it out of this crypto wallet. So the first step that you guys are going to want to do is set up an account with Proton Mail. There says pricing, but you can create a free account with them. So now this free account, I suggest to use this email for anything that involves money. All of your crypto exchanges, anything with crypto, anything even with your banks, anything that involves money, start using this encrypted email. Again, it doesn't even have to be about crypto. As long as it's money related, business related, you don't want it getting anywhere, use this email. So that's going to be the first step that we are going to take. The second step is now you want to start downloading exchange apps. Like I said, that's where you're going to buy and sell your crypto using your bank account. So we have Coinbase, crypto.com. I've used crypto.com since 2019, fam. It's very good as far as buying crypto, selling it. One of the features that I really like about them and why I've stayed with them is that they have a crypto card where now you can literally cash out your crypto straight to this card that they have associated with their exchange, and you can walk to an ATM, take out cash. So for trading, I've used this to take out my trading profits. I'll send my Bitcoin to crypto.com. I'll transfer the Bitcoin.com to fiat into my card, go to an ATM, and I can withdraw 500, 1,000 cash. And these cards have certain limits and certain rewards to them as well. Kraken is another exchange. If you're doing big withdrawals, if you're doing big transfers, I'm talking 10, 20, 25K, you could use Kraken. So create an account with them, download it, and get verified. This is where you're gonna start buying crypto. So now when it actually buying crypto, fam, we're gonna choose between 5 to 10 cryptos to start buying. On this list right here, I have about like 30 cryptos that I look at. I'm not invested into 30 cryptos. I have a good 5 to 10 projects that I'm invested into. So now you're going to choose 5 to 10. I'll give you guys a few, but now you guys want to choose those projects that you want to now choose to invest into. So choose 5 to 10 projects. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the main two that you want to have in your wallets. Like I said, if you don't have too much money to invest into Bitcoin, invest into Ethereum. Ethereum is a very good investment right now. It's at $2,000. The all-time high is almost 5,000. And I'll be transparent, fam. Ethereum is a crypto where I expect it to be 10, 20K. Shout out to Kurt Cobain. He's somebody that I used to study with crypto. He always talked about us having want us having at least 5 Ethereum in our wallets, because he expects Ethereum to one day be $20,000 a coin. And if you have 5 of them, now we're talking about $100,000 off of just one crypto asset. And right now we're talking about it being at $2,000. So that investment immediately, everybody should have Ethereum in their wallet. Um, Small investor, big investor, Ethereum is the main crypto. You want to make sure you have Ethereum. Next is main altcoins. So that's going to be your Chainlink, your Polkadot, your Cardano, your XRP, your Maker. Next we have meme coins and low cap coins. So for the meme coins, hey, I've invested into Shiba Inu and made some money. Dogecoin, Omi, those smaller coins that they have a little bit more risk to them. Those you'll put a little bit less money, and any money, regardless that you guys are investing, always invest with money that you're willing to lose. I'm not a financial advisor. All this is not guaranteed. I'm just giving you guys information I've gotten. Um, but any single time that you're making any investment, whether it's in crypto or whether it's in life, you want to make sure you're investing with money you're willing to lose. I'm not saying that you'll lose all your money investing into this. It's actually very hard to, which is one of the reasons why I really invested into crypto a lot. Because we all know with Forex, with trading, hey, you could blow a trading account. You could lose all your money in it. But with crypto, it is a lot harder to do that. Like, you would have had to invest into at a horrible time, a bad project, to lose all your money in crypto. But now the next step is dollar cost averaging. Family, this is the number one strategy to invest into crypto. Please write this down. Dollar cost averaging. What that pretty much means is that you don't want to invest into crypto one
It's like,
time
no,
and
I
be
need
done.
a
You
head
don't want to
mod.
put in a bunch of money one time and then that's it. He wants to now be buying weekly, be buying monthly, by with
I am
smaller
a woman.
increments. So if you have $1,000 to invest in, don't invest $1,000
She
today.
would have went straight to the
Invest
lab.
$250 today, and then now as prices go forward, or as time moves on,
I'm
you
gonna have
start
to
allocating more money into it. You start buying $50 a week,
wax.
$100 a week. About these numbers, because that could really make something happen these next few months, next few years. If you could put I mean, let me know if you can hear me now. Am I good?
I'm sensitive right here though.
Let me see. I think let me see. All right, I just muted everybody, so you should be able to just hear me now. Yeah, I just muted, so you should be able to hear me now. All right, bet. But I was just saying, fam, that dollar cost averaging is the number one strategy for investing into crypto. I seen my portfolio go to 5 figures because of this, and I'm gonna show you guys the example. But that's the best way to invest, is that okay, you don't want to go heavy one time. You want to put a little bit in and then start putting in more every single week, every single time it gets lower. So that you have a better average price in. Now, once you buy your crypto, you do not want to leave it on there. Transparently speaking, drop a one in the chat if you have money on Coinbase. Drop a one in the chat if you have money on crypto.com, on Kraken. Drop a one in the chat if you are invested into crypto and it's still on an exchange. Be honest. Be honest. Let me see if we have anybody on the call. Be honest. One in the chat if you have money in crypto.com, on Coinbase, on Kraken, on another exchange. Okay, I appreciate you for being honest, bro. I appreciate you. Now, the next step, number 4, is going to be downloading or buying a crypto wallet so that we can own our crypto. So one thing that you want to understand is, let's use Coinbase for example. If you have $1,000 invested into Coinbase, into cryptos, and those cryptos are on Coinbase, Coinbase owns your crypto. So if Coinbase gets shut down tomorrow and they will now have everything frozen, your money is frozen. You cannot get your money back. If they get completely shut down and wiped out, you cannot expect your money back. There are scenarios where you could obviously go a huge legal route. But unless you have a lot of money invested, I doubt that's going to happen. But family, you do not own your crypto if you keep it on an exchange. So now what you want to simply do is you're going to download Exodus. Exodus is a free wallet that you can download on your laptop, and I suggest having it on your laptop. You never want to have a crypto wallet on your phone. The only wallet I have on my phone is Trust Wallet because it's an app. But Exodus has an app as well, but I do not keep it on my cell phone. Like I said, there's hackers, there's scammers, and soon people really get to the point where you could walk past them and they could steal your funds. So you want to make sure that you have your money in a crypto wallet. So now Exodus, you'll come over here, exodus.com, you'll download it, and you're going to pretty much send your Bitcoin or your crypto from Coinbase to now Exodus because Exodus is going to be a secure wallet that's going to allow you to own your crypto. Now, every single wallet, when you make the account, they're going to give you a 12 seed phrase. A 12 seed phrase. Now, this 12 seed phrase um is pretty much going to be your password. So it's going to be like a 12-word password. So now when you go ahead and create your wallet, it's going to give you 12 different words, and what you have to do, family, is now write down those words. It's going to look just like this. It'll have random words, 1 through 12 or 1 through 24. You now have to write down the number and the word. The number and the word. Please take notes about this because if you ever get logged out of your wallet, this is the only way of getting back in. Somebody just said it in the chat. They said, I lost mine for Exodus. And I was just going to get into that next, fam. If you lose your keys, you lose your wallet. This is literally like the keys to your wallet. I had about $500 invested into Trust Wallet about a year ago, and I broke that phone. And when I went to download Trust Wallet again, it was logged out, and I didn't have my seed phrase written down because I had created it in like 2019. So I didn't keep that written down and with me, so I couldn't get back into my account. I had to literally just take the loss on about 500, $600. And it's a part of the game, fam. If you want to be your own bank, you have to have the responsibilities of being your own bank. So now it goes as serious as this. Keep it in a safe. Like I keep it in a safe. Obviously you can write it on any piece of paper, but some people go as far as to even getting things like this, where now you could write it down and it's in like invisible ink. Yeah, you could make a new account, bro. You could definitely make a new account. Just create a Proton Mail and just create a new account, and they'll give you a whole new seed phrase. But I definitely suggest using Exodus. So like, yeah, if you had lost your old one, I would just say make a new account, and just do it the right way. So now write this down on piece of paper, write it even on two pieces of separate paper on notebook, and just make sure that you keep it in a safe place, bro, so that you could always come back to it. Because that is going to be your keys, family, to your wallet. So you're going to need to now buy it on Coinbase. Let's say you're buying Bitcoin. We're going to just use Bitcoin because that's the main example. You're going to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. Then you're going to send it over to now your Exodus. It's very simple. You're going to go to Exodus. You're going to click Bitcoin. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, so when you go to Exodus, you click Bitcoin and you'll click receive, and it's gonna give you an address. That address, you're gonna go back to Coinbase and just copy and paste that address. Now, family, a Bitcoin address or a cryptocurrency address is gonna look like this. Literally a bunch of words. A bunch of words and numbers. Definitely not like that. Trying to give you guys a good example. All right, they don't have too many good examples there, but it's literally gonna be a bunch of words like this, and it's gonna end in like XO. Um, But in address family, when you see all those words and numbers, you do not want to go word by word and type it in. You want to literally copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Very simple. And you're just going to send your Coinbase, your crypto from Coinbase to Exodus. The transaction is going to take a few minutes. And then now once you receive it in Exodus, and you'll get a notification when you do receive it, you're just simply going to leave it there. And now once you leave it in there, in Exodus, in a trust wallet, in a ledger, then you're gonna go ahead and send it to your exchange and hold it for minimum 1 year. Now, why do I have this? Hold it for minimum 1 year. Because when it comes to investing into assets and then paying taxes on it, there's short-term gain tax and then long-term gain tax. And then short-term, family, you could get taxed like 30-40% on your profit if you sell in less than a year and get a short-term gain tax. That's like almost 30 something percent. You can save a lot of money holding it more long term, and that should already be everybody's mindset, especially when I start going into the chart of Bitcoin. If you hold these assets, family, for 3, 4, 5 years and plus, you are going to be in a very good position. And then now, when it comes to taking profit or actually selling it to your bank account, you just send it back to your exchange and sell it to your bank or swap it for a stable coin. So those are the steps to actually investing in, excuse me, actually the steps in investing into crypto. Everybody take a picture of that if you haven't already. I did drop it into the chat too. But now let's actually get into the charts of crypto. I know we have a few traders on here, so you'll be able to kind of follow along. But even if you don't, I'm going to make it very simple. This website, tradingview.com, allows us to look at the analytical charts for anything, whether it's stocks, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's futures, funds, forex, anything that you can think of, it has a price to it and a chart to it. And now for Bitcoin, looking at the chart on the weekly, monthly time frame is so important. It all started with Bitcoin. It's very, very important to always go back to looking at the past because it's gonna help you understand so much of what's going on right now. So what you guys need to understand is that crypto, and everything in general has a market cycle. What is it called? Cycle cheat sheet right here. So this right here, I don't know why it's not zooming in a little bit more, but this is a Wall Street cheat sheet where pretty much it goes over the emotions of the market because yes, emotions play a huge role in even crypto. Because people are buying and selling and making money or losing money through these transactions. There's traders in every aspect. So pretty much family, the market is going to go in cycles where it's going up, down, back up and down. There's so many cycles in these cryptos. And when I compare it back and forth between this right here and then Bitcoin, it almost looks the same. And that's very important because we are going through a cycle right now, but we're almost towards the end, entering a new cycle. So now we start to go back into past, and I'm talking about really, really back in the past. Bitcoin was created, family, in 2008. In 2008, it was created and officially launched in 2009. 2009 was when it officially launched right here. We're talking about Bitcoin being a few pennies. Like, look at the price right there, 10 cents. 30 cents, 40 cents. And look at the date at the bottom, January 2011. So family, we saw the price of Bitcoin. This is actually insane when we start to look at this. Imagine being in 2011 and you bought Bitcoin at 28 cents and you saw it go all the way up to $32. I'm going to let that sink in. Let's say you bought Bitcoin at 28 cents, at 30 cents, under 50 cents, and you just watched it go to $32 in about 140 days, less than 6 months. You just got a 1,000% return. I don't think that's it for you guys. Can you guys drop some fire emojis real quick? I know we have a few people falling off because it's getting late now. I'm getting to the real stuff. Um, but fam, there's a lot of potential here. And now what we see after it made that huge push up, it then had a 90% drop. It then had a 90% drop, almost 95. So we seen it had a parabolic shoot up. It really just shot up. And then it came right back down to $2.30. But what I want you guys to pay attention to that if you bought in early, if you bought in Bitcoin early when it was still under $1, you are still up on your investment if you held long term. If you held for a few years, 3, 4 years, even at the midst of it crashing, you are still profitable. And then now what happens? Bitcoin creates a new cycle, breaks this all-time high, and skyrockets again, family, again. Where now we seen the price go from $6 up to 266. And then not only that, it went even further. Oh my goodness. It had its little own cycle right here. And then after that, it just went parabolic. Went from $77 to $1,200. 1,500% gain. If you bought in with $100 right here, you'd see $1,500 at the top. Okay, what happened after it hit this top? It's down 80%, 85%. We scaled out and just were consolidating for a very long time. And then what happened? Huge, parabolic. Like, family, are you seeing this chart? And this is why it's so important to now when you invest into crypto, into Bitcoin, really look at this chart and look at the past. Price went from 500 to $20,000 to $20,000. This was in 2018, 2017. Boom. What happened after that? Price dropped dramatically. Another, 80%, another 80, 40%. And now this right here was very important. From right here to right here, this is where we're kind of at with Bitcoin right now, where we've seen previous lows, and right now it's starting to make its way up. People are getting excited, thinking, oh, we're about to head to 40, 50, 60K. And that's what was definitely happening over here. And then price started to come right back down for a little while, consolidated down. Then COVID happened and it went even further down. This was the COVID drop in 2020, where we went down to 3,800. Family, after COVID, look what happened to Bitcoin. After COVID, Bitcoin went from $4,000 to $65,000. From 4K to 65K. So what we're noticing for every single one of these previous cycles is that, hey, if you buy early and you hold this long term, even through all of the dramatic cycles and all the ups and downs, you're still going to end up profitable on the long term. And then if you really hold it long term, you're going to see one of these massive push ups. Now, for Bitcoin, what it recently did, a lot of people were not expecting this, where we came down, came up and created a new high, but it didn't really give it a next extra leg up. We came right back down, broke these lows and entered a bear market. And then we met our low here at 15,000. Now one tool that I really use a lot, fam, to help me out with trading, and it really works a lot with crypto, is Fibonacci. Fib is a mathematical tool. And now we can use this to easily calculate where does the price want to stop, and where's the best positions to be buying in. This zone was beautiful for Bitcoin. And there were so many people, including myself, that thought, hey, Bitcoin is going to come down even further to 11, 12K. And all it did was stop at 16, and it's literally just been going up. Bitcoin has been the number one asset of this year. If we go to January, right here, January 2023, from the start of this year, if you bought Bitcoin at just under 17K, family, you have doubled your investment. If you put if you bought one Bitcoin at 17K, you're at 37K. So Bitcoin has been the number one asset of 2023. Where we are at right now, I personally think that we will be coming into 42, 44K. If we break this high, then we can really see some fireworks. I'll be honest, I'm not expecting it. I think that we will make our way up and then slowly come down once more, just probably testing high 20s, and then what will happen to push us up towards the happening. But I don't expect us to just go straight up right now. We clearly see from the previous cycles that doesn't happen. There's ups and downs in the market. And one thing that you don't rush into the markets. We see even for Bitcoin, I'll be honest, from looking at the chart, I wouldn't tell you to buy it right now and it's a good investment. For a long-term investor, for a big heavy one, I would say, hey, try to see if you can pull back to low 30s. And if it does get there, those are great areas to buy in. Now, Ethereum, we see this is actually a little cleaner as in buying in right now. We see Bitcoin has already made its move. One thing that you also want to know with crypto fam is that money circulates, it moves. It starts in Bitcoin, then it goes into Ethereum, then it goes into main altcoins, then it goes into meme coins and projects, and it circles all around just like that. So we haven't had this extra leg up for Ethereum just yet, and I'm definitely expecting it soon. Once we break 2150, we should really see Ethereum get to 25 to 28, and start making its way up to maybe even 3400. That's gonna be really nice. But fam, I'm gonna give you guys a few projects that I think are very, very good investments now. One thing that I am personally invested into is Polkadot. Polkadot is a very good crypto project. Just from looking at the chart right now, you guys can see the opportunity. These are the best areas to be buying in, fam. This is the opening price when Polkadot pretty much first started. When Polkadot had dropped down to this price right here, I actually bought like 3 or 4 of them at $12 or $11. And I actually saw it go up all the way to 55 and didn't take profit because I thought it was just gonna continue to skyrocket. And I ended up holding that bag and buying up more down here. And just now holding it more long term. But this project family, I definitely expect it to be back to $50, $100, 150. We're running out of time, so I'm not going to break down what every single one of these products are. But for the last few of you on this call, I definitely do want to give you guys just a few good projects. So Polkadot is definitely on my list that I have money invested into and been buying. Chainlink, I am super, super sick. I had to sell some of my bag to make something happen. But during these areas of consolidation, fam, this is the best time to be buying. We see that Chainlink was at this area for 532 days. For longer than a year, we've had Chainlink in this zone, just consolidating back and forth, back and forth. Guys, that is the best time to be buying. Everybody that bought in this zone, even if you bought in the middle of the zone, you're up 100% right now. And the bull market hasn't even started. But just because you bought in when everybody else was bored, when everybody else wasn't doing anything, when the price was just moving sideways, you seen this return now. For Chainlink, if it gives us a pullback down here, I'm definitely buying and taking it to the upside. But Chainlink is a very, very good project. When you see cryptos consolidating like this, that's the best time to be getting in. Best right there. Cardano, same scenario. That's another great altcoin. That's one of those main alts, these top ones right here. XRP, I definitely have some XRP. I bought some down here at 45 cents. This is just a quick lesson in crypto as well, fam. Don't buy cryptos when they had a huge day like this. XRP a few weeks ago skyrocketed about 100% in about a few days. And so many people were probably buying up here and got wrecked because it came straight back down. Understand that price is always going to pull back. If you miss the move, there's so many other things to invest into. Um, but what I did was I marked up this zone right here. I bought some down here and I'm in profit right now. So that this is the best area to be buying, fam. You want to buy low, not high. Buy low. Maker, it's kind of already took it off. I bought some at $700, so about like this zone right here. I don't know how far it could pull back. If it pulls back under $1,000, I think that'll be a great opportunity to start getting in. Um, but yeah, it's kind of hard to just get in right here, especially when you don't have too much capital. Filecoin, this is a really, really, really good project to invest into to get some good gains. Fam, this is at 560, $5 right now. The all-time high is about $250. This is the number one storage coin. Storage. So for all these companies, all these databases that have storage, Filecoin is literally meant for that. So this is a very, very good project. Again, the price is sitting at $5 right now. And I think it's definitely a good opportunity to start getting in and hold this for the long term. For NFTs, I'm invested into NFTs through a platform called Vivi. There's a few NFT platforms out there, but for me, invested into this and have withdrawn five. It's definitely a great NFT platform because they have great license deals with Disney, with Marvel, Lamborghini. Like they have really, really great partnerships. And they have AR NFTs. So they're basically the crypto that they have partnered with them is Ecomi. So this is a product that I've been investing into. It's not the best right now. You guys see it's under ICO, which means under opening price. And this is now in a dangerous zone. When this crypto started right here, and we're underneath that price, it's now in price discovery. This could drop as far as it wants. And this is not gonna lie, how people do lose money in crypto is if you do have a horrible entry and price just doesn't stop going down. Um, but for me personally, this is something that I'm just more holding long term, and because I believe in this NFT platform. So because I believe in them, I'm gonna invest into their crypto. It's almost like investing into a stock for a company, which is very important. When Tory Lanez drops NFT, no cap, shout out to Tory Lanez. Free him. He actually was the first artist to drop an NFT album, and I was on that literally as we dropped it. I've seen people literally sell their Tory Lanez album for probably 10,000, 40,000, 50,000, and people actually did buy them. And he sold that album for $1 and made $1 million in less than a few minutes. So he literally made history with that NFT. Um, and it's like not even a laughing matter. It's actually very dope. So when you think of the concept of NFT, it's a non-fungible token. And now essentially what that is yeah, I bought a few too. Definitely not the best choice ASAP. Because obviously, like some people did sell it for that much, but obviously it's not selling for anything right now. Um, but the concept of it, bro, is very cool. And it's why it's important because, for example, that album that we're talking about, it was actually a very good album. Like if you listen to the music, it was very good. So now when it gets to a point, let's say other artists start to adapt to that, it's almost like, okay, if you want to listen to their music, you have to buy their NFT platform. I'm sorry, their NFT album. You buying their NFT album now eliminates a middleman. So now they get all the money. They're getting paid in possibly crypto. Um, and now because you bought it as an NFT, you can now sell it to somebody else. So Tory Lanez, he dropped 1 million copies. So there's a lot of supply. Let's say if there was 100 of them, only 100. That makes now the supply a lot shorter, making the demand higher. Now we're talking about, okay, people would probably still be selling it. And let's say if it was such a good album that let's say your best friend wanted to listen to it or somebody online wanted to listen to it. they're gonna now have to buy the NFT, and the only place they can buy the NFT is off a secondary marketplace. How NFTs work is a mint drop will happen. Let's say he's dropping the album, 100 copies for $100. Once those sell out, the only place you can now buy it off is somebody else, somebody that bought it off the mint. And they can now be in control of what the floor price is, whether it's 100, 200, 1,000. So that's kind of like the thing with NFTs. It's a lot with it. I didn't really want to go too in depth. I'm just mentioning it because of this project. But yeah, that's just a quick short description. A few other great products to invest into, fam. Uniswap is very, very good right now. This is the number one decentralized exchange. Solana has been on a run. Somebody asked me about their investment in Solana today. I told them, hey, I'll be honest, I see it coming into $80, possibly 120. So this is a huge run. This had went to $10. If you bought down there, your investment is up 5x, 6x, which is insane. There's a few other great products here, Sheep, Doge. I think that you could invest some money into them and see a return as far as 2x, 3x, 4x maybe. But I don't think that it could go back to all-time high. I definitely would not say that. I think there is money to be made. Shiba Inu, family, when it was over here back in 2021, I was working valet that summer, of May, June, July, August, September. This whole time I was working a job that allowed me to have cash flow. And I was investing 5, 10, 20 bucks a day into Shiba. I eventually had $1,000 total invested into it. And during the month of October that year, I seen my $1,000 turn into $10,000 on Shiba. Now, that was insane for me to experience, I'll be honest. And the euphoria was so high. At the time, so many people were expecting higher highs, or I was even expecting to make my first six figures if it hit a certain price. And the hype of that allowed so many investors to take profit, and that was such a huge thing. Instead of taking profit at 10,000, I ended up taking it like at 3,000, which is still very, very great, but it's not what it could have been. And it definitely allowed me to have a lot of great lessons. Like one, that dollar cost averaging is the best strategy to invest into crypto, and to always take profit at the top. Always take out your investment, always take out extra profits. Some of the best ways to take profit, like I said, is a stable coin. This is the last thing that I'll talk about because again, it is getting late. But for Bitcoin, for example, let's say if I bought one Bitcoin here at let's just say 15,000. It didn't go to 15,000, but let's say if I bought one, I'll actually just say 20,000 to make it make sense more. Let's say if I buy one Bitcoin at $20,000, and then I see it go to 40,000. So now my investment has clearly doubled. So now let's say when it doubles, it goes to 40K, and then I swap that $40,000 back into USDC, a stable coin, so that my money is still in crypto, but it's not moving. And that's, let's say theoretically, Bitcoin comes back to 20,000. Then I take that same 40K that I had in USDC, and I'm going to now swap it back at this level, back at 20K. So now because I just swapped it to 20K, now I have two Bitcoin. I started off with one Bitcoin, got a return, sold it to USDC. When price came back there, I bought back in with full investment, and I turned one Bitcoin into two without investing more money. Drop a one in the chat if that makes sense. I know again we have a few people getting off because it's late, but one in the chat if that makes sense real quick, just about swapping into a stable coin. And you could now literally multiply your crypto without buying more, just keeping your money invested into crypto. Amazing, amazing. So guys, that is everything that I wanted to break down today. We had a very, very good training.